Hi all, this is Richard Rumney. If you haven't seen any of the other videos I've done for this series, then here's a quick introduction to who I am. I've been working in the South African music industry for around 2 decades as an artist as well as someone behind the scenes. I've seen many people come up through the ranks to become wildly popular, and many more people never accomplish their goals entirely. So I have an idea of the things one should consider when coming up as an artist. Today's session is focused on using Soundcloud, Bandcamp, and to a lesser degree YouTube to help promote yourself and expose potential fans to your music. I hope you find it useful. When you're coming up as an artist, you want to try and start a fan base of some kind. You also want to be able to start to network and showcase what you're capable of as a creative person. The crucial way to do this is to use the DIY style online tools to make your music listenable to the public and to music industry professionals. There are many platforms outside of social media, of course, but the main ones would be YouTube, SoundCloud, and arguably Bandcamp. I'm going to be talking about using SoundCloud, which is an amazing platform, but which has also become a little harder to work with the rise of streaming music services like Spotify and Apple Music. This is because many people now only use these streaming services to listen to and discover new music. At the turn of the 2010s, up till about 3 or 4 years ago, SoundCloud was a crucial space to get your music up online for people to hear, and many an artist was discovered from their SoundCloud pages. That is not so much the case today. But it is still a very active space where artists are able to connect with fans, promote their music, push people over to other spaces where they can sell their music and in some cases still be discovered. If you want to send a demo of your music in the modern world, a SoundCloud page is often one of the better ways to do so. SoundCloud can also be used to get feedback on the music you're making, because you can extract data as to what works and what doesn't work. So, to start out, let's just talk about what you need to start a SoundCloud page, aside from the music, of course. In a previous video I made for these sessions, I spoke about getting together a basic EPK. The profile picture and bio you would have put together for this is what you would use for SoundCloud as a starting point. Use the best profile picture of yourself as your profile image on SoundCloud, and your bio to describe to the world who you are and what you aim to do. SoundCloud, like all social media platforms, allows you to include links to other spaces, so make sure that you include all links to your social media pages, example Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and any websites you may have. At the top of your SoundCloud page, you'll see there's an option of uploading a wide banner image. It's advised you do this as it gives your page an overall great aesthetic. In terms of what to use for a banner image, this is up to your online skills, unless you can hire a designer to create something for you or ask a favor from someone who is a designer. Or, of course, you may have your own design skills, in which case that's great. Chances are that you'll have some idea as to where to find a landscape image, even if you're not a designer, to use as a banner, as these are also used with Facebook and Twitter. If you want to be legit and actually upload something that you know is copyright cleared, then just do a Google search for copyright-free banner and wallpaper images. There is so much out there to choose from and use. Many sonic artists, i.e. musicians, beat makers, etc., have a decent or even really strong visual creative flair because the roots of creativity can often be applied to more than one medium. But if you feel you're just someone who can make good music or audio art and you have no idea of how to select an image that represents your music and art, try ask a friend who does have a good sense of visual aesthetics and identity to help choose something that represents who you are as an artist. Once you've created your page and got the basics out of the way, and I'm sure many people watching this will already actually have SoundCloud pages, it's time to actually get some music uploaded and get some followers. Before you can get any real fans, you need to upload some music and get some activity going on your SoundCloud profile. Uploading music on SoundCloud is similar to sending a demo, which I covered in a previous session. Initially, you want to have just some of your best music up to showcase your overall ability. Remember, when it comes to a demo, choose around 3, 4, in the case of SoundCloud, maybe 5 of your best pieces of music to showcase your ability. Many artists in this day and age choose to not upload singles and EPs that they are looking to release and have available on digital stores and streaming websites such as Apple and Spotify, Deezer, etc. This is because they would rather fans listen to the music there on those streaming sites where they can actually technically make royalties from plays and purchases from the major services. But if you're establishing yourself, you want to make an impression, so don't be afraid to get your best work up and out. Upload your tracks, make sure to tag them with the correct tags relative to all the genres of music that would be applicable to your music. Usually there's a main genre and plenty of subgenre categories, e.g. main genre would be electronic music, subgenres would be house, deep house, tech house, etc. And include specific artwork for each track, if you can, to give your page some color. Once again, this comes down to your visual aesthetic. If you can afford a designer, or you are one yourself, then you can include your artist name and track name in the track artwork. Otherwise, just select an image that best suits the overall feel of the track. It's good to try and get a theme going with the artwork you upload for some consistency, i.e. use only abstract designs and images for each track, or use only band photos for each track. SoundCloud allows you to describe the music you're uploading. So if you can, write a little 1 or 2 sentence description of each track. Just something about the mood of the track and the genre. It not only helps to entice people to listen to the track, but it will come in useful when you're posting the track to social media. Once you've really got a following going, you can look to upload full EPs and albums. But initially, try just a few really good tracks that work as singles. Once you've got your music up, it's time to start looking at growing a following. One of the ways to get followers on SoundCloud is to really engage with the platform and enjoy it as a way of discovering new music and artists. Once you have some music up, you should start to search around the platform for fellow up-and-coming artists to follow yourself. Once you're following them, you should listen to their music, and if you like it, repost it to your own page. Comment on the music, bigging it up, and actually like the music. Even better, reach out to the artist directly by sending them a private message explaining that you like their music. Don't ask to collaborate yet, just so that you actually care. This way you'll begin to get noticed yourself, and other artists will begin to follow and enjoy your music. You should also find your friends and peers on SoundCloud and show them love by following them, liking their music, reposting and commenting on their tracks. This way you'll start to be part of an online community of artists that support each other and help each other be discovered by other people, exposing your music to a new audience. Ultimately, the more time you spend on SoundCloud pushing other people's music and enjoying the process, because you'll be listening to and discovering great music, the more of a following you'll develop. Bandcamp is a site similar to SoundCloud in that it is a music discovery site, very much geared for the underground, left of center, independent, up-and-coming artist, except that Bandcamp is about selling music or letting fans download music for free. You can create a profile for free, just like SoundCloud, and upload any music and choose what price people pay. You can even set it so that people can choose what they'll pay for a track or album. As you get a following on SoundCloud, you'll want to make your music not only streamable, but also downloadable in some way. You can make a track downloadable for free on SoundCloud, which is a way to spread your music, but it's better to include a link in SoundCloud to the track on Bandcamp that can potentially be purchased and you can make some money. The same principles apply to SoundCloud in terms of aesthetic and uploading music, except, as I've said, you select what people can pay. The best way is to set your tracks at a minimum of $1 or pound for purchase, but also let people buy the music at whatever cost they want to. Because of the DIY nature of Bandcamp and because it's seen to really support non-mainstream artists, there are a lot of real music fans who buy their music from Bandcamp, and you'll be surprised at how generous they can be, often paying more for a track than what the set price is. The best way to get people to come and listen to your music is to post it to social media pages. The two sites that allow you to post actual links to the music, or at least the two major sites, are Facebook and Twitter, meaning that anyone who sees your post and is interested in it can simply click on the link and listen to the track and engage with it. So once you've uploaded a track to Soundcloud, you should always post the link to your Facebook and Twitter pages. The description of the track, describing the mood and genre, is what you would use as the body of the post before the actual link. You need to entice people to be interested in your music, so this is important. Instagram is a bit different, but still very important. In fact, Instagram has, for many people using social media, eclipsed Facebook and Twitter in terms of being a cool online space relevant for young people. But you can't simply just post a link and a description. In fact, you can't post a link at all. What you need to do is make a 1-minute edit of the track you're pushing. You should then take an image that you've selected for the track, import the image with the track into software such as iMovie or something equivalent to create a basic digital movie file of the song. It will just be a still image with the music playing, but this is fine as a starting point. You can then post this movie to Insta with a description of the track, along with the now famous phrase link in bio. With Instagram, you can't post links with your post, but you can have a link in the bio section of your page. So you can post a link to the song in your bio, and with the explanation link in bio, people can then go and discover that link and go through and actually play the full entire track. Everything I've mentioned is crucial to getting the most out of using SoundCloud. You can in fact apply the same principles to YouTube to gain a following there as well. Just be aware that you will be posting just audio to YouTube, and although millions of people use the site to listen to just music, it's easier to gain an engaged following with actual moving images content. But it's still worth using YouTube because far more people use YouTube for music and media than any other site in the world. So I hope you found this useful as a basic introduction to using SoundCloud and Bandcamp, and to a lesser degree YouTube. I think the most important thing is to really enjoy SoundCloud and Bandcamp and YouTube as a space to discover new music and connect with like-minded artists. If you approach it in this way, you're sure to gain an online following.